you guys do record it for, you know, references purposes. I record my end for YouTube, so you can expect this call to be up there in the next 24 hours or so.
Okay.
All right, mate.
That's fine.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tinakwe, thank you for calling the Ministry of Justice. Your call will be recorded for training purposes. For inquiries about fines, press 1. For civil enforcement matters, press 2. For inquiries about victim reparation, press 3. Press 0 to repeat these options.
Good afternoon, Ministry of Justice. You're speaking on Blair.
Hey, Blair. How are you, mate? How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
I'm good, thank you.
I've got a text saying call this number and quote a PPN number. So, shall I give you that?
Yes, please.
It's 14.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And could you just confirm your full name and date of birth, please?
Mark Donald Eric Keane. Mum tells me the date of birth was the...
Alright, thanks. And just for confirmation, have you used any other surnames or first names before?
Not that I'm aware of.
No? Okay. So it looks as though the reason we're trying to contact you is you have a speeding ticket outstanding from April of last year. It was issued on Main Highway 16.
Yeah, I know about the fine. We went to court on the 27th of January this year over it, which ironically was the same. It was set for a reserved decision, which I got around the 10th of February, but for some strange reason, the day of the court hearing, the police decided to enter it into the Ministry of Justice for collection. So that's a bit jumping the gun, considering the decision hadn't been made about the case, but I'll deal with that. I'm waiting to actually appeal the decision, which is why no payment's been made, and a day or so after the hearing in January, I put a request in for the transcript so I can, you know, use that for the appeal. I still haven't received the transcript from the Ministry of Justice, which probably doesn't matter much to you guys at your end, but I can't proceed further on the appeal, and now it's 20 days after the hearing. I'm going to have to apply for leave first before I can even do the appeal. So do you guys put things on hold while we're on appeal? I was told to try and fill out this form, the last, take it your Department of Collections, are you? Or?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I had a look at those forms, but nothing in the form actually relates to this matter. There's nothing there saying, you know, are you waiting to appeal a district court decision, or so it really didn't apply. So can I ask you, Blair, if I just say, well, we'll pay it off through the benefit each week, and then the appeal does go through, if I win the appeal, does that money come back to me?
It does, yeah. Oh. So if the fine is either waived or withdrawn from court, any payments you make up until that date are refunded to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, it's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It was $200, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah, $200.
Can I make or get in I don't know if you call it an attachment order, or make an arrangement with you guys or WINS to have that come out at, say, $5 a week?
Yeah, we can definitely set up a deduction. As far as the payment amount goes, we'd probably need to go through a budget with you to work out what sort of payment amount you should be paying. Oh no, that's my private information. I'm not prepared to share you my budget. If we want to make an arrangement for me to pay, it'll be at an amount that I'm happy with. I have paid off debts in the past at $10 a week, but yeah, $5 a week is the most I'd be willing to pay. And considering what WINS generally does, will send me a letter asking me to sign the authority for that to happen. So if it's for an amount I'm not agreeable to, there'll be no signature. Okay, but the thing is, the agreement is a benefit to you. We want the full payment. Right, so if you want an arrangement, that's a process that you need to go through, is that budget with us. What I want is the Ministry of Justice to hurry up and give me the transcript so I can do the appeal. And given it's now April, it's almost, 2.5 months since we had the hearing, and I applied for the transcript. Well, if the Ministry of Justice sped that up along,
I could do the appeal and I wouldn't have to have this conversation with you guys. So, you know, to me, I'm not going to be disclosing what my budgetary things are each week here. That's none of the Ministry of Justice business whatsoever.
Okay, but just understand that if you refuse to do that, I can't grant you an arrangement, which means the payment in full is required.
Yeah, and then what happens if I can't make that payment in full?
Well, the court would likely take enforcement to recover your balance. And they would likely...
Be an attack to the benefit, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. But it would likely be an amount that we would choose, not the amount that you want.
Oh, well. I mean, so be it. But like I said, I'm not happy to go through my budget with you guys. I go through it with Wins. It's none of the Ministry of Justice's business. And if I say I can afford to pay $5 a week and honour a debt by making constant regular payments to it, then there's bugger all really anyone can do about it.
Well, the thing is, we don't have to agree to your arrangement.
Pardon me?
We don't have to agree to the amount you're saying. Like, what I was saying before is like a payment arrangement is for your benefit. So the due date...
The payment arrangement is for your benefit, so you guys can collect a debt that's owed. It's coming out of my benefit. It's not a benefit to me because I'm still losing $200 which way, no matter which way you look at it, unless I win the appeal.
Yeah, but the court, I mean, we have the option for enforcement, right? So we don't have to agree to the arrangement that you're offering.
I'm not offering an agreement, an arrangement at all. I'm asking, is an arrangement possible? As I've done in the past.
Yeah, if we complete a budget with you, most likely, but
since when has this whole completing a budget thing had to go on? Because I didn't have to do that many years ago when I did this.
Well, the budgets have been in place for as long as I've worked at the ministry, and it's been on 13 years now.
Well, that'd be about right. Yeah. I got my last ticket probably 14, 15 years ago. That I've had to, pay off through Win. But, yeah. Oh, well. So you're not willing to come to an agreement of $5 a week for the payment?
No, I can't agree to that, not without going through a budget.
Okay.
Yeah, so
what happens
I'm just saying, more likely, what I have to do is I have to take enforcement to recover your balance.
Yeah, okay. Just so long as you're aware, I'm not refusing anything. I'll be happy to do the budget thing if you can show me where in the legislation it states I have to.
I'm not a lawyer, I don't know the legislation, right?
Well, I mean, if I'm legally obliged to do this budget thing, then obviously there's got to be some legislation that states that legal obligation. So if you're happy to show that to me, I mean, I never refuse anything. To refuse something is to reignite it. I'm happy to give you guys a conditional acceptance. I'd be happy to do the budget thing if you guys can show me where in the legislation it says I'm obliged.
Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't quote legislation to you.
But you're enforcing legislation.
No, yeah, in a way I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the thing is, you're asking for an arrangement to pay for this balance, right? So the balance is due today, the full amount. If you want us to extend the due date and give you time to pay it off, then a budget is a requirement that we have.
Okay. And again, I'd be happy to do the budget if you can show me where that requirement is stated that I have to do that.
Okay.
Whether it be policy or legislation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything I can quote to you about that.
So then what evidence do I have that I have to do a budgeting thing with you to make an arrangement to pay it off? Surely it's in your rules somewhere, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there's probably internal work documents that says that, yeah. But like I said, I don't have anything to provide to you. What I'm saying to you is I'm not going to set an arrangement with you without doing a budget.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'd be happy to do the budget if you can show me where I'm obliged to do that. Because I didn't have to do it last time, and I'd be happy to pay $5 a week.
Okay, I guess we're at a bit of an impasse here then.
I guess so.
Yeah, so just be aware that the balance is overdue now. Right, so enforcement is likely.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah,
so what type of enforcement shall I expect? Someone coming through my no trespassing closed gates, or
Well, I mean, what I'd have to do is I'd have to set a deduction on your benefit, but not at $5 a week.
So
I mean,
at what amount would it be then?
Probably more like $20 a week. A balance of $200. Yeah, that'd be like 10 weeks. I mean, let me see how long that'll take. How long I could probably go.
Between $200 to $20 a week will take 10 weeks. It's not rocket science on that one. But, so within 2.5 months you want the debt paid, even though it's since last April it's been sitting around doing jack all until the court, when the police then go and enter it into you guys before a reserve decision's even been made. I mean, that's just more grounds for the appeal. But like I say, I mean, if the Ministry of Justice hadn't dragged their feet on supplying me the transcript, which has been asked for months ago, and I have chased it up with the Registrar Isaac at Waitakere, and he said all he keeps telling me is, well, I'll put the request in. So, I mean, I guess we're all waiting for each other to do things. Not much I can do on that one, Blair, I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, probably the best thing I could do, I mean, the policy we have here is that any arrangement that goes over 16 weeks requires a budget. Look at your balance. I mean, we could set it as low as $12.50 a week without requiring a budget.
Okay, so you're saying that so now you're saying it's the policy that anything over 16 weeks. So can I see that policy that says anything over 16 weeks requires me to do a budget? Because again, you're trying to enforce something that you can't supply me.
We don't have internal work policies that we provide.
So how do you know?
Fines.
So sorry, I'm just trying to work out your logic. You're saying anything over 16 weeks requires a budgeting thing according to your policy, correct? So can that be supplied to me so I can see where it's getting its force and effect?
No. These are internal work documents. We don't provide these for people that have matters before the court.
It's got to be publicly input information, and Official Information Act request might provide that, you know.
Well, maybe if you did an official information request, yeah, but it's not something you can request over the phone.
Well, I'm just, you've got to take it from my point of view. I'm not just going to take someone's word for it that it's their policy over 16 weeks, which will then make it a more hardship on me when what I can afford is $5 and you're wanting over and above double that.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, you don't have to believe what I say, but what I'm telling you is I'm not going to set an arrangement with you at $5 a week.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to instruct working income to make deductions at $12.50 a week. If you want to review that, then you can complete that budget with us.
Oh, well, I mean, working income will be contacting me about that request from you guys, so I'll take it up with working income when that, arises.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. Well,
I'm not agreeing to that, of course, but like I say, I'd be more...
I understand, yeah.
Great. Awesome. We have an understanding.
Okay.
All right, Lee.
Thanks for your time.
Is that all right? Is there anything else you need, or...?
No.
Oh, good. And I know you guys do record it for, references purposes. I record my end for YouTube, so you can expect this call to be up there in the next 24 hours or so.
Okay.
All right, mate.
That's fine.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.